Good morning. Welcome to Alpha O'Mega's Column Hinge Temple. We're located halfway between Death Valley and Las Vegas in the Mojave Desert of the Southwest United States.
And we have, good morning everyone. And we have a brilliant sunrise this morning. Finally we have the sun in the Mojave Desert again at sunrise.
He is risen. All hail the sun, source of all life on earth.
The invisible sun is the dispenser of life to the earth. May the invisible light of the God force fill our souls with life from above.
Take a nice deep breath and feel into your body. There is nothing more important than what you are getting ready to do next. So with each breath, deepen your focus. Visualize yourself as the tree of life. However it is you imagine that tree to be. Grow your branches up high into alpha sky. Drive your roots down deep into omega earth. I call on you. In the east, Alpha. I call on you. In the west, Omega. I call on you. In the north, Alpha. I call on you. In the south, Omega.
Alpha.
Et Omega.
The beginning
and the end.
And the path of the age between. Sunrise
and sunset.
And the path of the sun between. Birth
and death.
And the path of life between. Once again, we stand here at the place where heaven and earth meet, at that place where the matter of our bodies reaches out into the invisible, toward the energies of the sun and stars, like the leaves of a tree reaching out to the sky. And in this place, once again, we summon the angels of opening of the Treasury of Light. O mighty angels of the Treasury, Azoi, Zoixa. Start again. Ozaz Airways Azaies. And there are 12 heads in his treasury. And these are the names that are in the places when they sing praises unto my Father, and he gives light power unto them. Zoshozai. Tozazaksai. Nauzai. Mapazaz. Marazaz. Ozaez. Uzeaiea. Uza. And having completed our sojourn through the places, at length we came into the midst, the place of the Father of the Treasury of Light. Oh, Father, hear us. By the power of my Father, I invoke the Father of the Treasury of Light, using the ancient names left to us by the Master Jesus. Almighty, by your cipher and by your name, Father of the Treasury of Light, I invoke you, emanation of we invoke you. Open the portal. Wazia itana Torah Hekalota tinotai. Welcome, O Father. Welcome among us. Thank you for coming, O great emissary of the mighty ones. O great emissary of the angels and the invisible. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hearing our call. Thank you for answering the ancient covenant and coming once again in our hour of need. For the hour is late, later than it seems. The forces of darkness have been set loose upon the earth. Many of the leaders of our nations are possessed by demons. Demons which seek to control and dominate our realm and destroy humanity. The very survival of our species is at stake. Almighty angels of the Treasury of Light, drive back the demons. Protect Homo sapiens. We are your children. Do not let us die in the outer darkness. Preserve human life upon the earth. Homo sapiens. Protect the purity of our air.
The purity of our air.
The purity of our water.
The purity of our water.
The purity of our food.
The purity of our food.
And the integrity of our genetic code.
And the integrity of our genetic code.
Most of all, the survival of our species.
And the survival of our species, Homo sapiens.
They are trying to establish a one-world government of tyranny which will enslave humanity and ultimately destroy us. This must not be allowed to happen. Almighty angels, you promised that you would come in our hour of need. That hour is here. We know how much you respect our freedom, our free will, that you do not intervene in the normal affairs upon the earth. But these are not normal affairs. Black magicians in league with demonic forces have set loose something terrible upon this planet. But we can still drive it back with your help. And we are driving it back with your help. Every day we come to ask your aid again. Almighty angels in the invisible, set our people free.
Set our people free.
May peace, love, and harmony, and brotherhood and sisterhood be established upon all the earth of free peoples. Free peoples. And in that hour, when death comes calling to us, each and every one of us, may we be ready. And may we shed this physical body like a serpent sheds its skin and rise triumphant into the treasury of light. And finally, for all those sleeping people all across the world, living in a dream of matter as though this were the only existence that there is. O Lord, all those who seek to awaken, help them in their awakening. And all those who thirst for energy, who thirst for the waters of life, give them to overflowing with the God force energy as promised by the Master Jesus. Let there be abundant life all across the earth. And may we know life eternal at the end of this incarnation. For it was never meant that we should return forever, one incarnation upon the other in servitude to this strange system on this planet. No, no, no. This is the Garden of Eden. This is a garden of angels, a kindergarten of future angels. The angels are our forefathers who have gone before us, who have ascended into the invisible, who have entered into the kingdom. Now the time has come for the great ascension. The great awakening is upon us. Humanity is awakening. Since the time of the last eclipse and until the time of the next one in 2024, the spiritual awakening across the world will continue. The time has come for the great ascension. At the end of this lifetime, more beings will ascend into the invisible, into the kingdom of light, than has ever been the case before in all the history of the earth. These are the days of the great awakening that were foretold by the prophets of old. So mote it be.
So mote it be. Take a moment now to feel into your body. The sensations you are feeling are real. The tingles on your skin are God force energy communicating directly to your nervous system. You have never needed anything more than this. To step out into the sun and to face the sun and open up and allow the light to pour into every cell of your body, feeding you with the deep God force nutrition that is the true wellspring of health and vitality. When you bring more God force energy into yourself, you have more energy to share with those you love around you. You are no longer tired when you need to be energized, because your energy comes from the God force.
Thank you so much for coming out again and being with us here this morning. We're so grateful that once again the warmth is returning to the desert. It's not so cold out here every morning. No more must we endure the bitter cold for this ritual. but we feel the lovely, lovely warmth of spring calling us. This morning we have something special for you at 9. Once again, we have our premiere as we do every Saturday morning. This is the second part of last week's video on Ritual Magic Made Easy. You're going to really enjoy it. We talk a lot about the God Force today. So come and join us. Be with us at 9 o'clock on our YouTube channel this morning. We'll be there on the chat. Hope to see you then.
And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, I just want to show you one quick thing before we go. Where there was once frost, we now have green. You see? I'm not going to say the word because it'll cut off the feed. But we have all this beautiful greenness in the desert, thanks to the frost and the dew. So until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God Force run strong within you. And, as always, may your magics work